We're on day 6 of the video challenge. So, what should we talk about?
This day just been.
Alright, how about something a little bit less personal? Well, since I gave my thoughts on Guardians Volume 2 on my blog, do you want to talk about it?
Sure.
Alright, so
I thought Guardians that a bit better than the first one. Not gonna lie.
Right.
I was expecting a bit more space.
You know, I can understand where you're coming from.
It's Guardians of the Galaxy. We kind of just feel like one place, and that's just spoilers. Ego. So
Well, he's a planet. That's in space.
Yeah, but not enough time on space, like space battles. I mean, the characters they improve.
Yeah, I can. That's one of the main highlights I had about it was especially with Peter and Gamora. Like their chemistry in this film was definitely fleshed out a lot more in this film than the previous film. And honestly, I think it's one of the best romances that the Marvel Cinematic Universe has done.
Really? Even since Captain America and Peggy?
You know, yeah. I honestly.
Wow.
Yeah, I like. Because it doesn't rush things. It takes as much time with.
Given the fact that Captain America's been frozen for 60 years, so it took quite a lot of time. If you ask me.
Yeah, I can understand that, but for me, I just like how they just didn't rush things with Peter and Gamora. Like, and especially with this film, they didn't rush it. They just took their time to let it pace out.
Well, I like Yondu.
Yondu. Yeah, Yondu, especially in this film, he is easily one of the standouts of this film.
He really, you can see him that he had the dedication on his part.
Yeah.
Not just I'm just another side character. No, he was quite an influence on Peter when he came to the decision either I choose him or I choose Ego.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, my biggest concern about the movie. You didn't really tie up to anything new.
Like it didn't really.
Thanos will appear for Infinity War or Guardians Volume 3. I mean, you can say Adam
Warlock.
Yeah, who's in the shell. I guess that's Guardians, but it wasn't really like, oh my god, this is happening. I can't believe it.
So it doesn't really build up much more.
Honestly, Guardians, the first one, that better than that than Volume 2. Just for the fact that I guess Thanos was there and he's like, oh yeah, now I have the Infinity Gauntlet. You gotta pay for this.
Yeah, that's one of the things because that was one of my problems with Phase 2. It's like the only big thing that built up to Infinity War was Avengers: Age of Ultron with the cutscene of Thanos getting the Infinity Gauntlet. I felt like that would have been more fitting if they put that at the end of the first Guardians, because it would have made sense.
Now, another problem, you actually brought this up. If Ego would have gone with his plan of destroying the galaxy, what would Thanos would have done? I mean,
yeah, I think that would have.
Don't you think Thanos would have stepped in? I mean,
yeah, because you were telling me that Ego was sort of a rival with Thanos, right? So I felt like if he had established that he wanted help to take down Thanos, and that would have been a great thing to build up on, like, you know, to still connect to the first movie a little bit more. But you know, that's just a slight nitpick.
Yeah, and I mean, if I had to say Guardians, it's worth buying on Blu-ray. If you have the definitely. MCU,
or even if you love the first Guardians,
yes,
like this is definitely worth it.
The music, not really stand out to me this time. I mean, it was good music, don't get me wrong, but it will never compare to Hooked on a Feeling or Come and Get Your Love or Cherry Bomb from the original soundtrack.
Yeah, or I Want You Back.
Yeah, it's like you're trying. I appreciate you're trying to add new music to it, but you could try. And then you have the Muse at the end, the iPod with 1,000 songs. Like,
yeah, I felt like that was a little.
It's like
That's.
I could have felt if Yondu would have just left a new cassette for him, saying Volume 3.
Yeah.
That could have been at least more. Oh, this is for the sequel.
But then that would have been questioning, like, where did he get that?
He's a scavenger.
Oh yeah, that's
He
right.
finds things in planets for profit.
Well, yeah, because like even though I'll admit the first Guardians only had like a few scenes with
songs to stand out from it, like, but even with Volume 2, I think there were still some pretty good ones, like
The beginning.
with the opening with Mr. Blue
Baby
Sky. Brandy has a significant place in the film.
the end credits. When
Yeah,
they-
the end credits.
Yes.
But also the breakout scene with Yondu, Rocket, and Groot with Come a Little Bit Closer. That, to me, is not only like the best song choice, but easily the best scene in the movie.
Yeah, I can see why.
Yeah,
I can
just-
see. Now another thing, it just Sylvester Stallone. Why even have him there? I mean, sure he's Stallone, Sylvester.
Oh, yeah, like, that was one complaint I
Here.
had. Oh. Well,
But-
let's just keep talking. Yeah, the one thing I would have liked is for Stallone to be a little bit more in the movie. Like, you know, especially with Kurt Russell. in
Well,
the
he
film.
was like at the end paying respects to
Yeah,
Yondu. So.
but still, I would have liked a nice Tango and Cash reunion.
And then the Golden Girl. It's like
Oh.
you wanted to make her the villain, then yet good move because I really wasn't paying attention to her at all.
Yeah.
I was more interested in Kurt Russell's ego than this Golden Girl from
Yeah.
Goldfinger.
Goldfinger's victims brought back from the dead.
Yes. But overall, Guardians, I will have to give it at 7.5.
Really?
Yes, because again, my concern is like it didn't tie up to the MCU.
Well, honestly, that's one of the major points that I like about the Guardians of the Galaxy movies is it stands off as its own thing. Like it doesn't.
And I can see why, but you kind of want to see something new that's gonna happen.
Yeah. But that's one of the things that did bother me a little bit about Avengers: Age of Ultron and Ant-Man was like because that was one of the reasons that Edgar Wright got fired from Ant-Man was because he wanted to stand on its own and not focus on like referencing the MCU as much.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what I loved about the Guardians films. It's like you can easily just go from Volume 1 to Volume 2 pretty easily.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
But that's just me.
I mean, it's worth seeing.
Yeah.
But to me, it's just needed more Avengers.
For me, I was pretty satisfied. Like, really.
Yeah, you went to see it like 3 times.
Yeah, I saw it 3 times and it's satisfied. Oh. Yeah.
All right, hold on.
All right, I'll let you.
Austin.
bearing gift.
Austin.
All right, just give me a second.
Hi.
With him.
Nice to meet you.
So that's Carlos's thoughts.
What's going on?
I'm just Oh, thanks.
Oh my god.
All right. All right. I guess that's it so far. That's Carlos's thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. See ya.